What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we are actually working on this EF Civic that's right behind me. So if you can kind of see, this thing's got a little bit of a intercooler up front. So if you're asking what it's here for, which you probably aren't, but you're watching the video anyway, it is here for this box of stuff. So we are going to be redoing all the charge piping on this car because it's kind of just put together right now. It's not any weld joints, it's just a whole bunch of couplers and miscellaneous pieces of pipe. So we are going to clean that right up, and in the midst of that, we are also going to be making a bumper bar to mount the intercooler off of, because right now the intercooler is just mounted off of some little tabs that somebody made off of the core support, which look like they're working fine, but the guy just asked for a bumper bar and hang the intercooler off of that, or at least support it primarily off of that. So that's what we're going to do, except for the only issue is today is Thursday the 11th, and I was so preoccupied getting ready this morning, well this afternoon, it's already 1:15, but I was preoccupied with getting the car ready and getting the puppy in line, getting the puppy things, that I totally forgot my laptop that has my program for bending. So my laptop does not have that. It's my other Dell laptop. So I can't really get too much of the work done today, but I can at least get all the charge pipe mocked up, and then I can get the charge pipe at least tacked up. So any changes will have to be made tomorrow to that, because the intercooler ideally should mount in roughly the same spot, if not the same spot, and I'll just make the bumper bar and then add tabs on the bar to make the intercooler more stable. So it shouldn't really change the intercooler's position. With that being said, I should be able to get most of the work done today other than the bumper bar and the final welds on the charge pipe. So let's jump right into it. But yeah, so before we get started, I just wanted to show you guys, I just stocked up on a little bit of things. I only stock up on a few things at a time. So these would be some 3-inch flex pipes, because like I've mentioned in that video before, gotta have flex pipes, flex joints, and I seem to be doing a lot of them lately, especially since I made that video. I had like 3 people come to me since then. And then this is some more 3-inch V-bands, because I do have a job coming in a couple days that requires some V-bands. So that's what we are using those for. But you guys ever just have those days? Let me focus you up here, get a little bit more closer and a little bit more intimate, You ever have those days where you kind of just don't know what you're doing, don't really know if anything was worth it, can't figure life out? Yeah, today is one of those days, and I like to be very open on my channel, because this is just my life, this is my day-by-day stuff. So yeah, I don't know, I like being transparent. It's just one of those days where I can't seem to get out of my own head. I just yeah, I don't even know, I woke up with just a bad feeling of just like, what the hell am I doing? Like, am I doing any of this right? So yeah, I'm trying to shake that. But yeah, if any of you guys out there ever feel like that, especially if you guys are doing anything like what I'm doing, trying to figure out life as you're going, business-wise, work-wise, whatever you're doing, trust me, you are far from alone. And to at least ease some of my pain, I have probably gotten into a bad habit, but I went and bought a new tool. So this is the Milwaukee Fuel 3/8 stubby impact. So I definitely probably shouldn't be spending stuff like this. This is one of those tools like I kind of didn't need, but it's one of those really useful ones. And you know what, it cheered me up a little bit. It's probably not a good thing, because it's no different than like a fat person being gluttonous when they're sad, as much as it is to me spend a little bit of money I have when I'm sad. I don't know. Anyways, let's jump right into this. I'm gonna go ahead, get this thing racked up on the lift and pull this front bumper off and try and get everything mocked up. Well, bumper's off, and so you can see here this whole thing over here is basically just couplers. He's got the 90 here and kind of tucks back into there where there's a small piece of pipe like 2 inches worth to then go into another coupler to then go into a very small piece of pipe into a coupler. So we're gonna clean that up, make that all one section. And then over here, same thing, we got like part of a 90 into a coupler, off of a coupler, and that comes up into a coupler, into the throttle body. So we'll make this just a 2-piece unit, so we have the joint somewhere around here, obviously for removal. So we'll clean that up, and I see now why he wants the bumper bar, because taking this thing off, I see now he just cut this thing completely out. So this piece is only here really to support the bumper itself, so the bumper has something to bolt to. So I'm gonna try and clean that up. Yeah, so the intercooler isn't gonna be moving at all. My main concern is that I can make the bumper bar to fit and clear the intercooler. So it shouldn't be an issue. I think I still have the bend file for the other EF that I did a while ago. So it's just like the DA one where it tucks up into the bumper pretty good. So hopefully I don't have any troubles getting these screws out. And if that's the case, then I can build the bumper bar to go inside the bumper like the DA one, and we should clear the intercooler just fine. Yeah, you know, it should be pretty straightforward, I would think. And then that'll be all she wrote. So I'm gonna go ahead and just start undoing all these couplers. So I'm going to start on the shorter side first, which is from the turbo to this coupler. So this coupler is going to stay here because it's just convenient. It's going to be a lot cleaner looking than trying to put a straight here with a super tight 90, which I can't even curve that tight. So, I mean, other option would be to recreate this into a more angled, maybe backdoor setup, but that's not what he requested. He just requested that we do the piping. So that's what we're going to do. Should be pretty straightforward. I mean, it's a little weird looking, but it kind of has to, so this is where the turbo ends here. So it has to kind of 90 towards this way, slightly up, and then kick it down a little bit to go into the coupler. So I will tinker with it and I'll figure something out. Well, this is the so this is the hot side right here. Just finished welding it up. It's definitely freaking toasty. So yeah, let's cool off. Give it a quick test fit, but it should be good. Got the bead roll on this end. I don't have one on this end. This end, I'm gonna have to try and figure something out. I'm telling you, I really need to buy a bead roller. That fits good. Well, just about done with the charge piping on this one up here, and this turbo B16 actually also just got dropped off. So this one's going to be more on the back burner for a little bit of time. Long story short, old coworker of mine bought it. It's not safe where he is currently keeping it, so I'm going to hold it here at the shop for a short amount of time. We got to get it to pass emissions, so we got to change. We already fixed a few things. It had like a fat fuel leak from cylinder 3 injector. Already just swapped the O-ring, reset the ignition timing a little bit, so now it's running a little bit better. Not puking gas all over. So yeah, I'm just gonna be right away, not in this video, but once he gets the parts, we're gonna be reinstalling the charcoal canister because it's a Hawaii car, so they didn't have it out there, and then a new cat because the one that's on here looks like original. But yeah, so yeah, looks like we're having kind of a turbo B16 kind of week, but I am super hungry. It's like 6 o'clock in the evening now. I'm gonna get out of here for the day, so we'll see you guys in the morning. That boy Efren bought another flip car. Lord help him. So we are back on the next day now. I'm just about to finish up the cold side piping. So I kind of prepped this piece. I already got it marked up. So then all I have to do is add a couple inches off of this and this side will be done. So after that, I did bring my laptop today so I can bend up this bumper bar, and then yeah, that should be it. Whenever the guy gets the blow off valve flange, he can come drop that off. I can add it to the charge pipe really quick. It's gonna be wrapped up. Look at how crispy that turned out. So just gotta wait for the guy to bring me the blow off valve flange. So in the meantime, time for the bumper bar. So this thing has the factory plates. I'm gonna unbolt those really quick. This one and this one. And I'm gonna check the computer. Like I said, I may have already got a bend file for this from when I did that other one. So hopefully that's true, because then this will be easy. Well, the good news is I do have a bend program for the 88. 88 EF hatch bumper, and I copied the general measurements and just measured them against this one. It looks like it should fit, so I'm gonna bend up a main bar. Hopefully that fits, and if it does, then I can go ahead and just cut out some base plates, and then I can just make some tubes to notch it, and then we should be good. So, yeah, then that'll be cool, because then I can also say that I do have the bend program for the EFs, and maybe I can start making those as well, because it looks like the front ends are very similar, but just, I don't know, too close for comfort, but I might be able to borrow this guy's bumper bar when I'm done if I needed it again, but I don't know, we'll see, unless another one of you local guys wants to get a bumper bar from me and let me, you know, test it on a few other cars or something, but who knows. Wait for the compressor to fill up. I'm going to go cut the tube up really quick, and I'll bend it up, and we'll see how it looks in the bumper. Hopefully you don't mind the noise. Efren's polishing his car, fans going, so if there's any noise, I apologize. So this is where I am at this point. Basically all I've done is I got the main bar bent up, so my drawing was slightly off. I needed to bend it a few more degrees, because the other one that I built didn't have the intercooler like this, at least this big. So this one tucks a little bit more into the bumper, so you can see it barely clears. So now basically what I'm going to do is I need to make support legs to go from the plates down there to the bars here. So now these are 19-degree bends, so ideally from there right into the notch, there, right there. I mean, you kind of get the idea. So yeah, I use these to just hold the bar in place instead of just trying to make the supports on the vehicle as is. So yeah, I'm going to try and measure that up, figure that out, and then I will report back. Alright, so while I wait to finish up the bumper bar tomorrow, I'm just kind of tinkering around, and the guy asked me if I could actually make a plate to go across here. So I thought that's a really good idea for a production item as well, on top of the bumper bar. So because he wants this anyway, that's actually what I'm starting on right now. So I just cut the plate out just by hand, and I'm marking my bolt holes right now, which is what I'm trying to do, but it's hard to do one-handed because this little pen thing doesn't like to work one-handed. There we go. Kinda. But yeah, so we're gonna make this thing really quick, and I'm gonna mark out the bolt holes first, make sure that the bolt holes are good, and then this inside space, I'll measure that up, divide it equally, and center the line, and then we'll add some dimple dies going across for some style. So this is what we're looking like. I think it looks pretty cool. The only part that I am not liking is this gap here, just because, you know, the way this sags and whatnot. So, you know, I text him because I thought about maybe making it taller and bending it down, but this already starts to block the radiator, and if I bend it down to follow this curve at all, it's just gonna block a good chunk, like the top half of the radiator from behind the intercooler. And he's already running a half size, so we need all the airflow we can get. So I just sent him a picture of this. We'll see what he says, but overall, you know, I'm pretty stoked on this. I don't know, what do you guys think? If you guys want this as a production item, any of you EF guys, let me know and I'll get a batch of these made up. But this is kind of more or less what we're looking like. But on that note, this car is pretty much wrapped up. You guys don't need to see me laying the final welds. He's not going to pick it up for a couple days anyway because he's got work and such. So because everything's pretty much done, I'm just going to end the video off here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, hopefully you consider subscribing right now. If you want to help support the channel, best way, I've got Patreon, I've got merch, and my metal products in the big cartel. If you're local, hit me up for some work. You know where I am, here in Mesa, off Stapley and Baseline is where the shop is. So come hang out, come say what's up. Yeah, anyways guys, do what you love, forget about the rest, and see you in the next one. Peace out.